Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you are doing well. So let's go ahead and create a glam makeup look. Today I have a dinner to go, so I'm gonna use this makeup look. Very glam and a little bit dramatic. That's a look that I keep in mind. So first of all, I got my skin clean, and now I'm gonna start off using a serum to moisturize my face to keep it glowy and natural looking when I apply my foundation and everything else. And to spread it out, I'm gonna use a big dual fiber brush. What is left, I'm gonna apply in my neck and chest to keep everything moisturized, and don't forget my forehead. Next, for today's look, I chose a moisturizing foundation that I really love to create a more type of dramatic look because it's easy to blend when I apply the next product. And to apply the foundation, I'm gonna use a kabuki brush like this. So I'm gonna apply a little at a time. If needed, I'm gonna apply a little more, but I think it's good like this, just a little bit. And when I finish to apply the foundation, I'm gonna apply the liquid and cream products. But today, I don't wanna apply too much. I just gonna leave the concealer to apply later because it's easy to blend the blush and everything else. That's why I don't apply too much product now to cover up my face. I'm gonna use a liquid contour, and this is amazing. I absolutely like the coverage, how it blends like a dream in my skin. So I'm gonna apply just a little bit and I'm gonna blend it out. And to blend the liquid contour, I'm gonna use a blush brush, so it's very easy to blend. I prefer to do it like this because even if this is a dramatic look, I don't want to take a lot of time to do. So I'm gonna take my time to blend the liquid contour, and as you guys can see, the shade that I chose is very light as my skin is very pale as well. So it matches perfectly for me and it blends like a dream. So it's very good for my skin. I decided to use a blush brush, but I feel like it blends too much. I like to choose a smaller brush in the next time that I use this concealer. No, not concealer, a contour, but it looks very good. And right on top, I decided to apply a cream bronzer to warm it up a little bit, and I'm gonna use this same brush to apply. First, I'm gonna layer the cream contour a little bit above the contour shade, and I'm gonna use the same brush to apply and to diffuse. I'm gonna take a small amount of product and I'm gonna blend really well this cream product into the moisturizing foundation because I want to create a soft natural look. And I want to make sure there is no harsh lines, especially in the features of my face. I just want to create some shadow in the features because the foundation takes off everything. Next, I'm gonna apply a cream blush as well, and this is a more copper wine shade, very dark. So I'm just gonna use a small amount of product and I'm gonna blend really well. This is for a more darker skin, but I really wanted to use a darker shade like this in my skin. I just gotta blend a lot. And next to set, I'm gonna use a powder blush, and this is a glowy powder blush, baked, warm, more to the bronzy side than a blush. But I really like the combination and I feel like it looks very natural into the skin. That's why I decided to apply the concealer now so I can get a more natural finish and everything well blended. So I'm gonna use just a small amount of product like this to conceal everything and to make it a little more blend and soft. I really want to create a soft look. That's why I decided to apply the concealer now instead of right next to the foundation. So I can see where I just applied too much product in bronzer, contour, blushes, and now I can fix. So I'm gonna apply the product in a few areas where I want to conceal and to fix some spots, and to blend it out I'm gonna use a blush brush again, but this is a very small brush. And here, as I do this side, you can see the difference. Wow, it looks amazing. I really like to do it like this, so I can apply a lot of blush as I like, but at the same time I can fix all the little mistakes, so it looks soft, natural, glowy, and stunning. And most important, I don't have to add a lot of products because actually I'm liking to do my makeup like this. Less is more. And the dramatic look that I'm gonna use today is already too much for me. So I confess to you guys, even if I'm gonna do a dramatic look, I like to use less product. In the creams and liquids, for example, I don't like to feel like I have makeup in my face or something like a heavy moisturizer. Actually, it bothers me, but when I got my skin very dry, I kind of like it. Okay, so moving on to the eyeshadows. I stick a piece of tape in the outer corners of the eyes to help me to guide where the shadows go and where the shadows end. So I'm gonna start off using a white eyeshadow, and this is very pigmented, amazing. I'm gonna apply below of the brows and in the tear duct area to highlight and to make the eyeshadows pop a little more. So I'm gonna use what is left in the brush in the eyelids. Next, using a fluffy brush, I'm gonna mix two brown eyeshadows, a lighter and a little bit darker shade. I'm gonna mix them together and then I'm gonna apply in my crease and in the outer corners. I'm gonna apply the eyeshadow a little at a time, and I'm gonna take my time to blend the shadows. I'm gonna create a beautiful transition here. So first I apply in the outer corners, and I'm gonna see how much I want this eyeshadow to go up, for example. So I'm gonna apply a little bit and start diffusing in circular motions. Next, I'm gonna take a little bit again, and I'm gonna layer in the eyeshadows till I get the effects that I want. By the way, yes, today I'm using contact lenses, and this is Charming Green by Desio Heiss. I absolutely love how comfortable it is and also how natural it looks in the eyes, especially when you have dark brown eyes and you really want to emphasize your makeup look and in a natural way. This is not the type of contact lenses that are gonna look crazy in your eyes. This is very natural and I really love the effect. Now I'm gonna use a gel liner, black in the outer corners, to create a more dramatic look. So I'm gonna apply using a fluffy brush like this, so I can add the product exactly where I want it to be, and at the same time I can blend the edges. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of product. Next, I can apply a little more if needed, but I wanna apply a soft brown eyeshadow right on top, so I don't really need to apply too much black liner. My makeup look is supposed to be dramatic in the outer corners of the eye and just in the roots of the lashes. There's where I'm gonna apply the dark eyeshadows and maybe the black liner. As you guys can see, I'm using the same palettes for everything here in this makeup look just because I really want to make it easy. Now that I finished with the black liner, I'm gonna take the darker brown eyeshadow from the palette, this one that is beside of the black eyeshadow, and I'm gonna apply right on top of the black liner. I'm gonna layer first this eyeshadow, and just when I finish to add the product, I'm gonna diffuse just the edges carefully to not go over the other eyeshadows. So again, I'm gonna take the same fluffy brush that I was using before and the same eyeshadow, so I'm gonna mix them together again, and I'm gonna use these eyeshadows to blend the darker brown shade. Once I finish to blend the darker brown, I'm gonna apply just a little bit of glitter in the center of the eyelids and a little bit in the outer corners. So I'm gonna apply the dark brown eyeshadow in the roots of the lashes on top and bottom, and I'm gonna diffuse using the same colors. Here you can use any glitter that you like. I decided to use a liquid glitter, and this is a eyeliner glitter, so I take a little bit in the tip of my fingers and I'm gonna just dab in the eyelids just where I want to add more sparkles, but not a crazy glitter. I just want a little bit of shine to keep it glam and a little bit dramatic, but not too much. So I'm gonna take off the piece of tape here in the outer corners of the eyes, and you guys can see the magic happen. It looks gorgeous and save a lot of time. Boom, here it is. Okay, I just gotta fix the little mistake. When I take off the piece of tape, you see they removes the concealer and foundation and anything else that I applied before, but I didn't set the skin. So this is the case. So I can go back with a little bit of concealer, and this is a moisturizing foundation that I used for this look. So it's very easy to fix. I'm gonna use the same brush that I was applying my concealer before. When I finish, it looks like nothing happens here and everything is good, and the other corners is perfect. So once I finish here, I add the falsies and I set my skin with a little bit of translucent powder. Now I'm gonna use a finishing powder. This is a glowy setting powder, so I cannot apply everywhere in my skin or it's gonna look oily and not glowy as I like. So I'm gonna apply the matte powder especially in the center of my face and under the eyes, and the glowy finish I'm gonna apply in the highest points of the face and a little bit somewhere else. Very good. Moving on to the lips, the first option, I'm gonna do a nude lipstick for you guys. So I'm gonna apply a nude pinkish lip contour. I'm gonna apply in the natural line of the lips and I'm gonna blend a little bit. So I'm gonna go back, applying a little more in the natural line of the lips. It's gonna give me a fuller lips looking that I absolutely love, and it looks very natural. I don't really like to apply lip contour like a harsh line in the lips, so I really like to apply and diffuse it a little bit. Next, I'm gonna use a nude cream lipstick moisturizing formula, and if needed, I can apply a little bit of gloss on top. I'm gonna apply because I really love the glossy effect, especially when I'm using lighter shades of lipstick like this. And this is how it looks with a pinkish nude lipstick. I absolutely love, and this is my favorite. But I'm gonna show you a red lip option as well, and the best way to wear a red lipstick with this look. So now let's move on to the red lipstick. I'm gonna use a brown lip liner and I'm gonna apply carefully in the natural line of the lips. I'm gonna blend it out a little bit again because I really wanna create a soft finish. So I go back with the lip liner in the natural line of the lips again. It creates a more diffused natural lip shade. So I'm gonna use the brown lip liner because I'm gonna use a red lipstick right on top. That's why I want to do the lip contour this way again, because it looks perfect with the red lip. You're gonna see what I'm talking about when I apply. It looks gorgeous and kind of really natural. I don't like to use harsh lines in the lip contour anymore. I don't know why. I feel like this way is better. Okay, so next I'm gonna apply a red lipstick, matte lipstick, using a lip brush like this because it creates a more perfect line for the red lip. But under the red lip, I already add the dimension in the contour. So I apply the lip contour, blend it a little bit, and I go back with the lip contour so it creates the perfect transition. So when I layer the red lip, it looks absolutely stunning. I started to use my lip contour like this a few months ago and I'm addicted. I love this way because it just looks more natural, and at the same time it gives dimension to the lips. For the pictures, it also looks good. Okay, so this is how I finished the look with a red lipstick, and I really hope that you love it much as I do. I don't really like to use too much dark colors for my makeup looks, but today I really wanted to create a darker look, dramatic, a little more dramatic, but not too much. And this is one of my favorite makeup looks when I have to go out, for example, with a little more makeup. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, comment down below what you think about this makeup look, hit the notification bell, and I see you in the next one. Mwah.